car which plunged off Penang Bridge found. Nine arrested as police dismantle liquor smuggling network. You're watching the evening edition of News on 2. I'm Adrian Seat. The 21-year-old driver of the Toyota Vios that collided with a white SUV on the Penang Bridge and sent it plunging into the sea below was found to have used ganja prior to the accident. Seberang Perai Tengah District Police Chief Assistant Commissioner Nik Ros Azhan Nik Abdul Hamid said the driver's urine test results showed positive for the drug and that more tests for intoxication will be performed. Now, to date, police said the plunged white SUV, a Mazda CX-5, has been located submerged about 15 meters deep by a team of divers at about 4 p.m. today, and efforts are underway to extricate it from the ocean. ACP Nik Ros Azhan also said that police have taken blood samples to determine whether the man was driving under the influence of alcohol at the time of the incident.
Buat urine dan kita dapati positif THC, positif ganja, dan juga kita telah ambil blood sample untuk kita buat hantar ke Jabatan Kimia untuk buat pemeriksaan lanjut berkaitan dengan kandungan alkohol dan juga kandungan dadah. So far kita tak tahan lagi sebab dia masih lagi dirawat di hospital.
He said police will record a statement from the driver soon, as the driver is still at the Seberang Jaya Hospital, reportedly in stable condition. The SUV driver has been identified as Mui Yun Ping, 20, after his father filed a missing persons report at 5 p.m. yesterday. ACP Nik Ros Azhan also revealed that Mui and the Toyota Vios driver, who are childhood friends, were both on their way home from a birthday party at a club in Georgetown. Police also recorded the statements of their 5 other friends who were at the party. He said police are still investigating whether the 2 drivers were racing each other on the bridge during the 2:45 a.m. incident. In a related development, the Pulau Pinang state government has asked concessionaires to come up with a study on the need to install a stronger concrete bridge at the Penang Bridge and the Sultan Abdul Halim Muazzam Shah Bridge. This is to ensure incidents such as the recent one on Sunday morning when a car plunged into the sea off the bridge does not reoccur. Its Chief Minister, Chow Kon Yao, said it is possible that the existing barriers are not strong enough to withstand such high-speed impact and avoid vehicles from plunging into the waters. Police arrested 9 men comprising of 4 locals and 5 Myanmar nationals and seized thousands of bottles of contraband hard liquor estimated to be worth 1.6 million ringgit stashed in a warehouse in Bandar Kinrara, Puchong last night. Bukit Aman Internal Security and Public Order Department Director Dato Sri Akril Sani Abdullah Sani said police caught the man red-handed placing fake stamp duty stickers on the bottles and loading them into 2 lorries for local distribution in the early morning raid on the warehouse. Dato Sri Akril Sani said 5 of the 9 men were Myanmar citizens. Briefing reporters today, he said police found a total of 553 boxes of various liquor brands ready to be distributed and sold to local retailers at below market value.
Masa kita membuat serbuan tersebut, kesemua mereka ini sedang dalam kegiatan mengunggah dan juga menguruskan, memproses barang-barang yang kita jumpai tersebut. Dan daripada pengesahan daripada persatuan yang dipanggil International Federation of Spirit Producers mengesahkan kesemua minuman-minuman keras tersebut adalah merupakan minuman keras yang tulen, hanya dibawa masuk daripada negara jiran untuk edaran di negara kita, khususnya di kawasan Lembah Kelang dan juga sedikit bahagian utara, untuk tujuan dijual tanpa membayar cukai.
He added some of the branded hard liquors seized were Jack Daniels, Chivas Regal, Bombay Sapphire, Bacardi, Jim Beam and Ballantines. Police also seized a total of 2,000 customs stamp duty stickers believed to be fakes from the syndicate, believed to be in operation for about 2 years. All suspects have been remanded for 4 days since yesterday until the 23rd of January. The case is now being investigated under Section 135, Subsection 1, Subsection D of the Customs Act 1967. Cameron Highlands District Police Chief DSP Ashari Abu Sama today revealed that 17 police reports have been lodged over the by-election so far. However, police have only opened one investigation paper under Section 5, Subsection 6, Subsection B of the Election Offences Act 1954, which is related to the picture of a ballot paper which went viral. DSP Ashari also confirmed that a police report was lodged in relation to the alleged misuse of a government vehicle.
Kita ada terima satu laporan polis berkenaan dengan isu penyalahgunaan kenderaan kerajaan ini, dan untuk makluman laporan ini masih lagi dalam siasatan dan kita akan update dari masa ke semasa lah. Setakat ini kita belum putusan lagi untuk diklarifikasikan kerana kita tengah menunggu untuk pengadu yang buat laporan ini untuk diambil keterangan dia.
He said this in a briefing to reporters at the Cameron Highlands by-election media centre near Tanah Rata. Meanwhile, he said 247 police personnel will be involved in tomorrow's early voting day, which will take place at 2 polling stations at Brinchang and Sungai Koyan. The Brinchang polling station will close at 5:30 p.m, while the one at Sungai Koyan will close at 2 p.m. DSP Ashari said he expects a voter turnout of over 90%. A 54-year-old Terengganu State Assemblyman with the title Dato' has been remanded for 3 days beginning today to facilitate investigations into the case of false claims involving 500,000 ringgit made in May last year. Now, the remand order was issued by Kuala Terengganu Magistrates Sessions Court Senior Assistant Registrar Noradila Latif today. The Assemblyman was arrested at the Terengganu MACC headquarters around 5 p.m. yesterday after he gave his statement relating to the case. The claims were allegedly submitted by the accused through the District and Land Office in a district in the state for expenses in 32 programs to be held in the Assemblyman's constituency but were actually not conducted. He is being investigated under Section 18 of the Malaysian Anti-Corruption Commission Act 2009 for false claims in May of last year. If found guilty, he can be jailed up to 20 years and fined no less than 5 times the value of the claims or 10,000 ringgit, whichever is higher. The State Assemblyman was arrested following the arrest of a chairman of a youth association on January the 9th and a district officer on the 14th of January. Both were, however, released soon after they were interrogated by the MACC. A 37-year-old mechanic was charged at the Aikro Magistrates Court today for allegedly threatening to kill his biological father 2 weeks ago. Now, the accused, Hirwan Aman, who was unrepresented, pleaded not guilty to the charge soon after it was read to him by an interpreter in front of Magistrate Muhammad Nazrin Ali Rahim. According to the charge sheet, the accused was alleged to have intimidated his 64-year-old mother, Kamabiah Abu Sama, by kicking the door and verbally threatening to stab his father. The offence was committed at Batu Tujuh Setengah, Kampung Bukit Darat, Melaka around 7:30 p.m. on the 9th of January. Hirwan was charged under Section 506 of the Penal Code, which carries a jail term of up to 7 years or a fine or both. Deputy Public Prosecutor Intan Liana Zainal Abidin, who prosecuted the case, had proposed for a bail of 7,000 ringgit. Muhammad Nazrin, in his judgment, however, allowed the accused to be released on a 3,000 ringgit bail and set 4th of March for remention of the case. 2 female siblings aged 9 and 12 were reported missing after they were last seen leaving their home at Kampung Machang Limbat, Pasir Tumbuh in Kota Baru yesterday. Kelantan Police Chief Dato' Hasanuddin Hassan said Nur Fatihah Najwa Seman, 12, and Siti Nur in Shirah 9 were last seen at about 4 p.m. looking for their father, who had gone back to his village hometown in Thailand. Dato' Hasanuddin said the siblings' mother, Nazima Abdullah, 33, made a police report at the Kubang Kerian police station at 12:41 a.m. after realizing they had not returned home. They were believed to have with them cash of about 30 to 40 ringgit at the time of their disappearance.
Sebenarnya kita syaki kemungkinan anak tu pergi ke mencari ayah dia lah, mencari ayah dia. Sebab dikatakan bahawa bapa kepada budak ni adalah mereka yang warga negara Thailand, manakala mak pula warga negara sini. Jadi of course lah, sebagai anak tu mungkin lah, kami masih lagi dalam siasatan, mungkin nak jumpa bapa, jadi terpaksa mencari. Dan kes ni sebelum ni pun telah berlaku, hilang macam ni tapi balik semula ke pangkuan ibu.
Speaking today, Dato Hasanuddin said both parents were believed to have been staying apart since last year. The missing of the two siblings, pupils of Sekolah Kebangsaan Long Gafar, had also gone viral on Facebook. Coming up, 2018 SST collection surpasses 4 billion ringgit. Stay with us. That story right now. The news continues. Prime Minister Tun Dr. Mahathir Mohamad, who is on a 3-day working visit to Vienna, Austria, today had a meeting with the European Union nations Chancellor Sebastian Kurz prior to his visit to the International Anti-Corruption Academy to deliver a lecture. It was a historical meeting between the two, as both are currently the world's oldest and youngest leaders. The more than 30-minute meeting between Tun Dr. Mahathir and Kurz took place at the Chancellor's office located in the country's Chancellery building. Now, since the establishment of the First Austrian Republic in 1918, the Chancellery building has also been serving as the venue for the sessions of the Austrian cabinet. The two leaders exchanged views on issues of mutual interests to both nations and discussed ways to further strengthen the bond of friendship and cooperation between Malaysia and Austria. Later, Tun Dr. Mahathir will be meeting Austrian President Alexander Van der Bellen. The Prime Minister's program will also include meeting prominent Austrian investors and businessmen to explore avenues to boost bilateral trade and investments. This is Tun Dr. Mahathir's first visit to Austria since becoming Malaysia's 7th Prime Minister last year and the first since 1987. Tomorrow, the Prime Minister will attend the 10th Annual General Conference and General Meeting of the Anti-Corruption Authorities of the Vienna International Centre, which houses the United Nations office in the Austrian capital. Tun Dr. Mahathir will be delivering a keynote address themed 15 years of the United Nations Convention Against Corruption. Finance Minister Lim Guan Eng said today Malaysia's 2018 Sales and Services Tax, or SST, collected by the Royal Malaysia Customs Department amounted to 5.4 billion ringgit, which is some 34% higher than the 4 billion ringgit target set during the SST's implementation on the 1st of September of 2018 last year. In a statement today, Lim said the 2018 SST collection was higher than estimated due to the government's effort in helping the business community understand the SST through nationwide engagement programs. According to the statement, there were 18 engagement sessions, all of which were attended by the Finance Minister. Lim said the SST collection, which exceeded expectation, also reflects 2018's economic development. On another matter, Lim clarified that the Inland Revenue Board of Malaysia's 2018 direct tax collection, amounting to 137.035 billion ringgit, was based on taxation on income received during the year. According to him, based on the current year assessment system, tax payable by a company in a certain year is based on the estimated tax which the company has to pay based on income received during the year. Perusahaan Otomobil Kedua Sendirian Berhad, or Perodua, announced that it would be increasing component purchases by 20% to 6 billion ringgit in 2019 from 5 billion ringgit in 2018. Perodua Chief Executive Officer Dato' Zainal Abidin Ahmad said the increase was mainly due to the introduction of its new model, Arus. He said from the time Perodua started operations in 1993, it has always given priority to sourcing components locally where possible, resulting in all its models having very high local content.
Kita perlu tahu bahawa Perodua ni selain daripada model Arus dan juga model-model lain, kebanyakan model Perodua ni kita punya local content dia tinggi, pembelian bahan tempatan tinggi. Kita ada lebih daripada 130-140 vendor yang terlibat dalam sesuatu projek, dan investment juga besar, di mana kita banyak membantu vendor-vendor kita, investment dia juga kita tolong apa semua. Jadi Kalau let's say bahan tempatan tinggi untuk model kita, kalau consumer beli, jadi dari segi spare part, dari segi servis, consumer tak perlu risau.
Commenting on the response to the newly launched Perodua Arus, Dato' Zainal Abidin said so far they have reached more than 3,200 bookings for the model. He said the favourable response was mainly due to its affordable price supported by its extra features, especially in terms of safety, that are on par with luxury vehicles. The Batu Caves Temple Committee will be allowed to build additional buildings on the temple grounds provided it meets all the rules and regulations set by the state. Selangor Menteri Besar Amiruddin Syari said if they have submitted all the documents, he feels there will be no obstacles and restrictions in the developments of Batu Caves as one of the main tourist attractions in the country. Amiruddin said previously there were some buildings built before applications for a permit were made. He said the state needed to be sure that the development was safe and fit for human use.
Dan ia merupakan salah satu daripada tarikan utama pelancongan di negeri Selangor. Oleh itu saya percaya di masa hadapan kita harus merangka kerjasama yang lebih erat dengan pihak pengurusan kuil untuk memastikan segala pelan dan perancangan untuk pembangunan dan juga infrastruktur di kawasan ini dapat diperkemaskan dalam masa hadapan, dan saya percaya kerjasama yang erat itu dapat diwujudkan.
He said this during the Thaipusam celebrations in Batu Caves today. Meanwhile, National Unity and Social Wellbeing Minister P. Wetharamurthy said applications for development at the temple comes under the state government. He said as long as all conditions were met, he's certain the state government will approve the applications. Wetharamurthy also said that the temple's committee's request to build a multi-purpose hall that could fit 3,000 people was a good move, as it was for the benefit of the people. Item concludes this evening's edition of News on 2. In our top story, car which plunged off Penang Bridge found submerged 15 meters deep. Join us again at 12:30 tomorrow afternoon for more news updates. I'm Adrian Seat. Stay tuned to TV2. Have a pleasant evening, and thanks for watching.